This is Joshua Hart here for Seconds Out. Delighted today to be joined by Sam Noakes. Sam, first of all, how are we doing today?
Very well, thank you.
It's good to hear, So we'll get straight into things, obviously. This Saturday night, you headline for the first time. Before we talk about the actual fight itself, just how good does it feel to be headlining the fight?
Yeah, it just shows that the career's going in the right way. So I'm just happy that Frank are now taking notice and enough to put me on as the main event. So I'm looking forward to getting in there.
And what do you make of Yvan Mendy as an opponent? Obviously, we've seen him in the UK before against Luke Campbell, but they were a very, very long time ago now. What version of Yvan Mendy do you expect on Saturday night?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still going to be just as tough, just as dangerous. So I think I've got to be on my A game. You know what I mean? I know it's going to be no easy fight, but listen, this is what we're here for. I want to keep progressing. I've never been one to pick fights. I said it's always out. He comes to the name. I said yes straight away. We only found out about it 3 weeks ago or whatever, but that doesn't matter. We've been in the gym. I'm fit. I'm ready to go.
And obviously this will be your third championship fight in around 6 months. How crucial is it for you to be keeping active and not just sitting around waiting for a day? Are you enjoying this activity?
Yeah, I mean, you've got to be active. I think otherwise you're not going to progress. I mean, you can only do so much in the gym. But listen, it's just the fight game, and that's what we're going to be fighting. I mean, I'd be moaning if I weren't fighting. I can't moan that I'm fighting too much. You know what I mean?
We'll talk about your preparation. Overall, how has camp gone as a whole for yourself?
Been really good, mate. Feeling really good, fit, ready to get in there.
You obviously mentioned on stage you've been sparring with Henry Turner, who also features on Saturday night. How good have those rounds been, especially when you're both at similar stages? How good have those rounds been?
Yeah, they've been very competitive and very tough, but it's prepared me brilliantly for Mendy.
You did say that you said that he punched your head a little bit. Is that true?
Yeah, of course he is. Henry's good tough fighter, mate. That's what happens. I just get my head punched in sparring. That's all it is.
I just want to quickly grab your thoughts on some things going on around your weight division. A big, not a rival of yours, but a name that has been mentioned with yours in a fight I'm sure all British boxing fans would love to see down the line is you versus Mark Chamberlain. He recently featured out in Saudi Arabia as is, according to His Excellency's favourite fighter, and he had a great stoppage victory against Gavin Gwynn. What did you make of Mark's performance that night?
Listen, he stepped up when he needed to. He boxed brilliantly. He can't take it away from him like fair play. He's just flying, isn't he? So, but as I said, neither of our careers have been about each other. I mean, when that fight happens, I'm sure he'll be just as confident to take it as I will. Like, that's the main bit. But fighters don't pick fights. There's a lot more business thing going on behind the scenes. So when it happens, I'm ready.
When you say there's a lot of business things going on inside, do you more just leave the business and everything towards your management and everything?
Listen, I'm a fighter. I ain't got a lot of brains. I'll leave that to all them. That's what they're in the business to do, isn't it?
And does a fight with Mark interest you? If it was put on the table, would it interest you?
Yeah, of course, he's a brilliant fighter and everyone keeps talking about it. It'd be nice to get everyone put that one to bed.
Nice to get in Saudi as well?
Yeah, of course, it'd be brilliant out there, wouldn't it?
And then obviously on Monday we saw the official announcement for the Matchroom versus Queensberry 5v5. First of all, what do you think of the idea of a 5v5 as a whole?
Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good that they're both working together. I think it's going to get a lot of views. That show, innit? It's massive. I think it's never been done before, and I think it's brilliant. Good for boxing.
So when we look at the history between the likes of Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren, would you ever thought this was going to happen?
No, I wouldn't have thought it was going to happen. No way.
But obviously we're here now. Where does it rank amongst the best cards of all time for yourself? When you look at that card from top to bottom, where do you rank it?
I mean, it's a brilliant card, isn't it? They're all 50-50 fights, aren't they? But I don't know I can't compare it to previous other cards, and I can't think off the top of my head.
Just get your thoughts on some of the fights. I think the fight that most people have took fancy to, Deontay Wilder versus Zhili Zhang. A real fight where it's almost like a winner stays on with that one. What do you make of that fight?
Yeah, I think it's a good fight, isn't it? I mean, you can see either winning just as likely as the other.
And then obviously fellow Queensberry fighter yourself, Daniel Dubois, he steps up yet again with another tough fight, and for a very young man as well, he's being seen in these big fights. Takes on Filip Hrgović for, at the moment, the mandatory of the IBF, but it could become for the vacant IBF. How do you think that fight plays out?
Yeah, I think Daniel should do that. I think he's been in there with some good opposition, because I think Hrgović was lucky to win against Zhang, to be honest. I thought that was a close fight, but yeah, I'm up in the Queensberry boys.
And obviously with Daniel being so young, he's took a lot of stick in his career as well, especially with those 2 defeats. A lot of people questioned his heart, whether he really wants it, but then he came in against Jerome Miller and put on a brilliant display. Do you feel those are comments that at the time are going to sting, but in the long run, he's going to take them on board and it's going to turn him into an even better fighter, especially with him being such a young man?
Yeah, I think he probably don't even care. He's laughing. He's probably a multi-millionaire by now. Who cares what other people think?
That's what happens when I'm sure you'd love to be out there in Saudi getting this big money as what you've seen everyone else get.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Listen, mate, I'm happy as long as I keep winning, to be honest.
And then what do you believe the final score, when you look at the end of the 5v5 once all the fights have played out, how do you think the scores are going to look?
I don't know, they're all 50-50, probably be close anyway when it's like a 3-2 tank. Probably out the Frank will win, I reckon. But be close.
And just very finally from me, I just want to quickly grab your thoughts on a fight between two fighters around your weight class. Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, they fight just a couple hours after yourself on Saturday night. Who do you believe wins that fight and why?
I reckon Devin Haney wins. I just think he's been more active and looked better in his last few fights, hasn't he?
Do you take anything of Ryan Garcia's body language we've been seeing over social media the last couple of months since the fight was announced? He's not seemed in the best of places, a lot of doubts around his mindset. Do you believe that's going to be a problem for him come tonight?
No, he ain't looking good, is it? All the stuff he's been posting on social media now, but we'll see, won't we?
Well, so I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for your time. Sean Catherine soon.